أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين لا سيما مولانا وحجتنا بقية الله في السماوات والأرضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. أما بعد فقد قال الله الحكيم في كتابه المبرم الفرقان العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ضرب الله مثلا للذين آمنوا امرأة فرعون إذ قالت رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة ونجني من فرعون وعمله ونجني من القوم الظالمين. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is the wiladat of the noble lady Zainab Kubra salamullahi alayha. And I would like to share some information about the legacies of Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha with you. As you know, you probably are at work or you're not able to join us in Bayt Wali Asr alayhi salam. But I would like to share this speech online. Whenever you get chance, you can watch it and get some informations about the legacies of Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha. As you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in some verses of Quran gives the example for the believing men and women. And that example sometimes is a lady. That means in Islam, no doubt that men and women, as long as they take the path of piety, as long as they are submissive to Allah, as long as they are submissive to the Prophet and to the agent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they could be used as a great example for the mu'mineen. The verse of Quran that I just recited was about Hazrat Asiya salamullahi alayha, who was the wife of Pharaoh. And Pharaoh was one of those who was the worst person ever, that you would claim, Ana Rabbukumul A'la. He would say, I am the great God. So instead of worshiping God, you have to worship me. This character's wife is Asiya. And Asiya is the one who submits herself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. While she's the queen, she has the highest level in dunya. She's living with the highest level of materialism. Despite all those materialism, despite all those levels that she had, she still submits herself to Allah And that actually impresses Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives her a good example for all the believing men and women. Allah gave an example for those who are the believers. Who is the example? Who is going to be the example for all of us? Hazrat Asya, Imra'at Fir'aun. What did she say? What is her quality? What is her legacy? I will connect that legacy with the legacy of Bibi Alam Zainab Kubra Salamullahi alayha very soon. What was her quality? قالت رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة. She says, oh my Lord, give me a place with you in Jannah. That means I do not want the materialism of dunya. Despite her level, her high level, that she was a queen, she was the wife of the king. And she says, I don't want this because this is not connected to Allah. These materialism cannot make me close to my Lord. So I need a place in Jannah. وَنَجِّنِي مِن فِرْعَوْنَ وَعَمَلِهِ. Oh Allah, protect me from Pharaoh and his evil deeds. That means, oh my Lord, do not make me close to the Pharaoh and his evil deeds. وَنَجِّنِي مِنَ الْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. Oh Allah, protect me from the oppressors, from those who oppress people. This lady is used as an example for believing men and women. But the qualities that you find in the character of Bibi Alam Zainab Kubra Salamullahi alayha are not even comparable with the qualities of Asya. Zainab Kubra Salamullahi alayha is the one who submits herself to the Imam. Look at her loyalty. Look at her faithful position that she has, that at the day of Ashura, at that critical moment, while she sees with her eyes that the sons, her sons, were fell on the ground as a shaheed, and their bodies were cut in pieces. Her brother and her brothers were fell on the ground as a martyr, and then their bodies were cut in pieces. Not only that, they squeezed their bodies with the horses. When she was taken as captive to the palace of Ibn Ziyad, that tragedy is incredible. You cannot describe the heaviness of that tragedy. At that critical moment, while she faced all these difficulties and calamities, she comes across with Ibn Ziyad, la'natullahi alayh. Ibn Ziyad tries to make fun of her. And then he says, look at your life, look at your situation. You lost your brothers. You lost your sons. You lost your life. You're now in front of me as a captive. Look at the orphans, look at the children. Look at the miserable life that Allah gave it to you. That's what he says. And then he recites this verse of Quran, تُعِزُّ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَن تَشَاءُ. That means Allah dignifies you and Allah humiliates you if he wants. But Zainab Kubra Salamullahi alayha has a beautiful response to this evil. And she says, مَا رَأَيْتُ إِلَّا جَمِيلًا. I don't see anything but beauty. What I see around myself is nothing but beauty. This is the loyalty and submission of Zainab Kubra salamullahi alayha to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That because what she did was for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So she did not see anything bad. All she sees are the beauty of the life. This is showing the complete submission of Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha. Not only that, Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha, even from the time when she started to talk, she was around 2 years old when the Amir al-Mu'mineen started to teach her. They started from the counting the numbers. Ali alayhi salam says, Ya Zainab, repeat after me 1. She says 1. But next time, what number is after 1? It's 2. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, Ya Zainab, repeat after me 2. She doesn't repeat it. Amir al-Mu'mineen asked her the reason. Zainab, oh my daughter, oh my beloved daughter, why don't you repeat after me? She says, because the tongue that says 1 can never say 2. Because I am submissive to one Allah. I don't want to use the number 2. This is the submission of Zainab, salamullahi alayha. The neighbor of Amir al-Mu'mineen, he says, we have been living in this house for about 15 years. For 15 years, I didn't see Zainab, salamullahi alayha. I didn't see her face, and I didn't hear even her voice. This is the modesty of and haya of Zainab Kubra, salamullahi alayha. The day when she gave sermon in Kufa, that sermon changed a lot of people. The day when she gave sermon in the palace of Yazid, and when Yazid says that this is the honor that Allah gave it to me, that means Allah has dignified me to give me this honor. Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha says, no, it's not the honor. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ خَيْرًا لِأَنفُسِهِمْ إِنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ لِيَزْدَادُوا إِثْمًا وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ مُهِينٌ. She says, this is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He states in the Holy Quran, that when He prolongs the life of oppressors, it's not that because Allah loves him. Allah gives him more chance to commit more evil deeds, so he gets more involved with the divine punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means, oh Yazid, this is not blessing. This is the divine punishment that Allah gives it to you. And because of all the evil deeds that you're doing right now, you will get a very, very bad respondents and a bad consequence from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or when Yazid started to hit the head of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam, and started joking and started talking evil words about Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha says, ثُمَّ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الَّذِينَ أَسَاءُوا السُّوءَ أَنْ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ وَكَانُوا بِهَا يَسْتَهْزِئُونَ. He says, because of those evil deeds that you committed in your life, you have committed in your life, now you're at the place that you recite the verses of Quran and you reject the verse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you joke about the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is Zainab Kubra salamullahi alayha. She can be a great example for all believing men and women. She was the leader of the captives who were taking to Kufa and Sham, and at the end, Zainab Kubra salamullahi alayha was the victorious, and she showed to the humanity that you can be strong while you don't have any supporter, but you can still stand up against oppression. You can still raise your voice against the oppressors, and you can still stand strongly against the zalim and oppressors. That's why Zainab Kubra Salamullahi alayha is very, very important for us. So today, I would like to share some informations about the legacies of Hazrat Zainab Salamullahi alayha. And inshallah, tomorrow in Shabi Jummah program, we will have inshallah again speech about Hazrat Zainab Salamullahi alayha's legacies. And this is the house of Imam Zaman alayhi salam, brothers and sisters who are listening to me right now. We are in Bayt Wali Asr alayhi salam. I'm here to help you and your children if they need actually teacher, Quran teacher. It's my honor to teach them. And please do not forget your financial support to this holy place, because what you do for Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wassalam. And today is the waladat of Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha. And I would like to invite all of you, inshallah, to share some donations on behalf of Imam Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha to the house of Imam Zaman alayhi salam. And at the same time, many times I told you that we have the ijaza of using khums in this holy place. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma ajjal li waliyika al-faraj. Allahumma qad hawaijana al-shar'iyya, juz'iyyata wa kulliyya, dunyawiyata wa ukhrawiyya, ظاهرية وباطنية بحق محمد وآله خير البرية. رحم الله لمن قرأ الفاتحة مع الإخلاص والصلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.